Hi, and welcome to our podcast. So before we start at our topic, I do want to say na, kamusta ka? Kamusta ang araw mo? Is it nice? Is it rough? Or is it something unique? Pero, hold that thought. We're not here to talk about you or yung araw mo. I'm sorry, pero it's the truth. We're here to talk about some serious topic and to spread some awareness. So, let's talk about the issue of child laboring. So, actually, ang child laboring is matagal na siya nang nangyayari. Hanggang ngayon, nangyayari pa rin siya. It's just that some of us don't see that. Pero, I do see it sometimes that children work for their survival. Pero dito ko muna puputulin ang sarili ko. Because this whole podcast will be talking about child laboring naman. And this topic won't stop right here because we have other hosts that will give their thoughts and opinions about child laboring. This topic will continue until the very end of our podcast. And to mention that, we do have a very special guest with us today. And I want all of you to meet Christelle May Alex. She graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology from San Sebastian Colleges. She'll be answering our question, and Miss Crystal will be here at the very end of our podcast.
So, we prepare po a list of questions para po maging guide namin sa magiging flow po na pag-uusapan natin para rin po hindi namin malimutan kung ano po yung mga gusto naming itanong bago po natin gawin or pag-usapan po itong pag-uusapan natin ngayon. So, for our first question po, do you have knowledge or are you aware of child labor?
Yes, I am aware about the topic child labor.
It's good to know po na you are aware and you have knowledge about child labor. Especially we, the youth, we can really relate or we can understand the young ones why they are working so hard kahit na hindi pa dapat po sila nagtatrabaho sa murang edad para lang masurvive or para lang matustusan yung pangangailangan nila sa araw-araw para makapag-aral, para ma-provide yung mga needs nila na dapat po minsan yung magulang na talaga po yung nag-shoulder or dapat po talaga yung magulang nila nag-shoulder pero dahil nga po minsan hirap or minsan nangungulila rin sila yung mga batang wala nang magulang, napipilitan sila magtrabaho para lang makapag-aral sila, para lang ma-survive nila kung ano man yung sitwasyon na kinakaharap nila. So yun po, nakapagbigay na agad ako ng opinion ko kung ano yung para sa akin kung ano yung child labor dahil nga po sa kahirapan. We are living in a third world country, currently developing country, one of the poorest country in Asia, which is our country nga po, the Philippines. Sa inyo naman po, ano po ba yung child labor?
In my opinion, child labor is how children work at a very young age.
Ganon din po, no? Kung paano po ginagamit ng mga or kung paano po nagtatrabaho yung mga bata para lang po matustusan or ma-survive po nila yung sitwasyon na meron sila. So, moving on po, we wanna ask you, what do you think are the causes or the factors why child labor is happening?
For the causes, main cause for me is poverty because some children, mostly here in our area, works at a very young age and they didn't go to school. So I think that's the main reason. Also, about their parents, it's the main reason why they have to work for themselves or even for their parents too, because some of their parents are not working, they're just using their childs to work for them.
It's really the poverty po no? Kaya nga po talaga tayo nagtatrabaho para yun po because of financial needs, because we are financially unstable. And totoo po nga po yung sinabi nyo na napaka-brutal. Kasi yung ibang magulang po talaga, hindi po sila nagtatrabaho para kumbaga yung ibang magulang hindi nagtatrabaho tapos yung anak nila yung nag-shoulder ng dapat obligation. hindi lang po basta responsibility, kundi obligasyon po nila na tustusan yung pangangailangan ng mga anak nila kahit hindi na po yung luho. Kumbaga yung pangangailangan na lang po na minsan hindi nila nagagampanan dahil minsan may kanya-kanya rin pong bisyo na hindi nila maiwasan na itigil na. So yun nga po, minsan yung mga bata napipilitan na po talaga magtrabaho dahil yung mga magulang po minsan sila rin minsan yung nagpo-push sa mga anak nila para magtrabaho, which is very frustrating because at a very young age, why would you push your son or your daughter to do the job that you can do? Why would you push him or her to do a job that he or she can't do at that age? Di ba po, napaka-heartbreaking kasi yun po, sa murang edad, nagagawa na ng mga magulang mo na pagtrabahuhin ka samantalang yung iba, if you are financially or you have the capacity, o sabihin na po natin yung mga may kaya or mayayaman na focus ka sa study mo, ganun po yung sabihin, diba? Mag-focus ka sa pag-aaral mo. Pero kung if you're financially unlucky or financially unstable, talaga pong kawawa yung mga kabataan or kawawa yung mga maliliit na nagtatrabaho na agad para lang makapag-aral. Nagtatrabaho na agad para lang makaraos sa isang araw, para lang makaraos at matuloy yung pangarap nila. So, proceeding po on to the next, we want to ask you po if how can we know if a child is involved or under a labor exploitation?
Some indicators or signs that the child may be involved in labor exploitation is maybe if they are working but it's against their will, or they're experiencing abuse from their parents or from other persons that they working for or they want them to work.
Ito lang curious ako. Why do some children work instead of going to school?
As I have said earlier, children work instead of going to school at a very young age because of poverty, and some of schools, even though public school requires a lot of money nowadays, just about the school supplies and other things they have to do in school, they have to need. So, for me, poverty is also the reason, as I have said earlier, why there are a lot of children tend to work instead of going to school.
Alright. Tama naman si ate. Kasi, for me, child labor is happening because of poverty, di ba? Oo, masasabi natin na public yung school pero hindi lahat libre. Especially nowadays, even though libre nga yung school, titirahin ka naman sa essentials mo like uniform, di ba? Di yan libre. Project materials, di din yan libre. Paano kung sabihin, may mga tulong naman like free scholarship paano kung sabihin ko din na hindi naman lahat natatanggap sa mga ganyan. Hindi lahat na ilista sa mga free scholarship na yan. Yung iba pa nga maintain pa ng mga grades para lang matanggap dyan. Paano kung average person ka lang, average student ka lang, hindi ka din makukuha dyan. Kaya hindi ko rin masisisi na mas pipili na lang nilang magtrabaho instead of going to school. Ito pa, sa tingin nyo, what are the dangers and consequences of child labor?
For me, the danger is most of the children are abused or they are being used by other organization, illegal organization that tend to get some children's, usually orphans, to work for them and get some money, and they tend to abuse them a lot. For me, those are the dangers and consequences of child labor.
Yeah, tama naman si Ate Crystal That's why child labor must be stopped by the authority or whoever has the rights to do it. Because getting abused or being taken for granted by the others is not that what you guys think. Speaking of child, a minor, just imagine how they will react to that. It can give them not just emotional but it can be mental breakdown, right? We're speaking of child labor. Minors are involved to this. Having them working at very young age is very dangerous because of their lack of knowledge and experience. I'm not saying these minors are ignorant, but I'm saying that child labor is dangerous. Kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan ng child labor na to eh. How does child labor impact education access and quality for affected children?
This one connected a lot on question number 5, why children tend to work instead of going to school, because it will impact their education, especially if they're not attending school. So it will impact their knowledge, how they act, or sometimes how they tend to understand things that adults can understand. So I think child labor impact a lot of children's education.
Yeah, that's right. Especially nowadays sa panahon natin, di ba? Marami ng working students. Siyempre, ginagawa nila to para sa pag-aaral din nila, di ba? Para din sa kanila. But some of them are having negative effects to their education, especially on their performance inside the class. Hindi ko nilahat kasi meron pa din namang magagaling at maayos ang performance kahit na working student sila at young age. Sa dinami-dami ng trabaho sa paligid, no? Sa tingin nyo, what are some of the common industries where child labor is prevalent?
Common industries where child labor is prevalent. For me, I don't really do a research or gather some information about common industries, but for me, I know that there are a lot of illegal industries, illegal persons that uses children to work for them in an illegal way.
Yeah, tama naman si ate. May mga industries talaga na illegal na nagre-recruit ng mga minors. Kaya matatawag natin to na child labor. Pero alam nyo ba, eto let me give you guys some trivia. Nabasa ko lang to sa isang research. Actually, commonly child labor is frequent in agriculture industries like farming and livestock herding. Legit to Sa totoo nga, sa ano to Sub-Saharan Africa that has the highest count of child laborers with the number of 86.6 million children, followed by Central and Southern Asia with 26.3 million. And that's it for the trivia, guys. Imagine, ganong karaming bata ang pinagtatrabaho nila sa mga ganyan, di ba?
How does child labor affect a child's physical mental development?
And as I have said earlier, it affects their way of acting, way of their knowing what is right and what is wrong, because they didn't get the right education from school because they have to work for other people.
Agree ako sa sinabi kanina ni ate na hindi alam ng bata ang tama at mali dahil maaga silang nagtrabaho o maaga silang namulat sa realidad na magtatrabaho para may pera ako, magtatrabaho para may maikip ako sa sarili ko, magtatrabaho para may magastos ako. Ganyan. Na which is mali dahil dapat is nag-aaral sila o mas pinipili nilang mag-aral dahil ang child labor kasi ang sumisira sa kapakanan ng isang bata at tumalang sa kanilang kaya maabot ang kanilang buong potential. Pero pag sinabi ni kapakanan ng isang bata, sa kapakanan kasi ng isang bata, nandito yung physical at mental na kakayahan ng bata. Like, sa physical ba, kaya ba ng bata yung mabibigat na trabaho? Like, magbuhat ng sobrang bigat, ganyan. Like, kakayanin ba ng bata yon na pag tumagal-tagal, baka kayanin ba ng katawan nila yung ganong trabaho na which is hindi naman talaga trabaho ng mga bata yon. Sa mental naman, dito naman kasi sa mental, nagpo-focus na kasi sila sa pera. Kasi nagtatrabaho sila, may pera, ganyan. May pambili sila ng mga gusto nila na which is mali na nagpo-focus sila sa pera. Dapat is nagpo-focus sila sa education or sa tamang edukasyon nila na para sa future nila yon. Kasi sa future, pag nag-aral sila ng maigi, may future sila makapaghanap ng magandang trabaho, magandang kita, mataas na kita, di ba? Ito pa, what are the economic factors that drive families to engage their children in labor activities?
It's poverty. That's the main reason why they tend to insist on their children to work instead of going to school, even though they know it's wrong. Because some parents are not that on a quite right age for them to have children, so they tend to mess up things when they needed money. They will insist that their children have to work for them too.
At saka nga, tama nga yung sinabi ni ate na wala pa sa wastong edad o gulang nung magulang nung bata para sa ganong sistema ng buhay. Kaya yung bata is nawawalan siya ng access sa edukasyon o sabihin natin na kawalan ng kakayahan na tustusan yung pag-aaral ng bata. Kaya na pipilitan yung bata na magtrabaho humantong sa maagang pagpasok ng mga bata sa pagtatrabaho. Ito mahirap-hirap. How do international law and regulation address the issue of child labor?
I think our government isn't acting that much about this issue because there are a lot of children on the streets, orphans, even though those who have parents that's been or being forced to do child labor. So I think our government should do more for these issues.
Kaya yung bata is nawawalan siya ng access sa edukasyon o sabihin natin na kawalan ng kakayahan na tustusan yung pag-aaral ng bata. Kaya na pipilitan yung bata na magtrabaho humantong sa maagang pagpasok ng mga bata sa pagtatrabaho. Ito pa isa, what are some initiative or programs aimed at combating child labor globally?
Our DSWD or some private organization do some activities on fighting this issue. They tend to get or adopt children from the streets, those who are working from the illegal organization.
Nabalitaan ko, ang United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund daw ay nagpapatupad din ng mga programa upang protekta ng mga karapatan ng mga bata, kabilang na ang pagsisikap na alisin ang child labor na ikabubuti ng ating lipunan. Kaya hinihiling ko na matupad ng gobyerno o magawa ng aksyon tong gantong batas. Siyempre Tole, why is important to stop child labor? And could you suggest on how to prevent child labor?
Why it is important to stop child labor? For me, how before they said our national hero said that the children is our future. I think children should be educated instead of working at a very young age, and they deserve to have a right education to play than to suffer and tire themselves for others. How to stop it? I think we should focus on how to stop our economies or national issue about poverty. That's how it will start to that's how it will begin. The child labor will be stopped also.
Para sa akin na, importante mahinto ang child labor dahil una't una sa lahat, pinoprotektahan nito ang kagalingan ng bata at karapatan ng mga bata. At tinitiyak na meron silang pagkakataon para sa wastong physical, mental at emosyonal na pag-unlad. Paano nga ba natin i-prevent or mahinto ang child labor? Para sa akin, magandang solusyon ay himukin ang komunidad sa pagsisikap na labanan ang child labor. Dahil sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng suporta, yung mga gantong solusyon ang alternatibong pagkakataon para sa bata. Hindi lang sa bata para rin sa pamilya ng bata. Ito magandang balita kasi bukod sa DSWD, ang the Convention on the Right of the Child, for short, CRC, ay titugunan din ang child labor sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay diin sa karapatan sa edukasyon at proteksyon mula sa pang-ekonomiyang pagsasamantala. Diba magandang balita siya?
And that's it for today's episode. Again, I would like to thank Ate Crystal May Alex for being here as our guest. And I will end this with the words, education is a treasure that cannot be stolen. I hope you guys enjoy and see you again to the next episode. This is your host, Papi Josh. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening in our podcast. Special thanks for Strike Templero, Jet Esguerra for script, intro and outro, editor, Annie Landrito, host, Rals De Castro, Josh Hernandez, Calvin Castillo, question maker, Eli Bautista, transcript, Cedric Sabrinilla, and I'm Maki Mattel.
And I am Fernan A. Salaman, and thank you for staying with us until the very end of our podcast. Thank you for listening.